Sir, our Honorable CS and your team, Honorable Members of Parliament and my colleagues, I'm Felix Kisalu, Deputy County Commissioner Sigoet, presenting on my colleague DCCs. Ours is very brief and straight to the point. Number one, as a DCCs, we are strongly advocating for research-based administration. Our country, when it faces prevalent community issues, when administration, academia, and community come together, we can devise new innovative approaches to address endemic community issues, especially those that have bedeviled the country for long, like the cattle rustling menace. It has been with us for decades. Like the illicit brews, it has been with us for decades. We need new innovative approaches. Number two, Honorable CS, we strongly advocate for investment in peace. As a ministry, especially those of us serving in hotspots area, appropriate resources and capacity need to be trickled down, especially those manning volatile borderlines, so that at least we keep the peace movement vibrant. The peace elders, the border committees, the intercommunity and cohesion meetings, this should be a continuous process to ensure our hotspots are safe. This including funding the previously sub-county police peace committees that were there under the National Steering Committee on Peace Building. Number three, Honorable CS, is about infrastructure. The chiefs have enumerated their challenges and the OCSs in terms of infrastructure. We know the bulk of funding grassroots security structures has now come to our members of parliament, especially through the CDFs. Our proposal as DCCs, because we are privileged to sit in those sub-county committees, is to develop a mechanism where funding to security sector is ring-fenced, is not left at the discretion of maybe the local committee or area member of parliament or the DCC. Maybe if we put a percentage, the way we put for bursary, we know is 20 or 30% of the CDF allocation in a constituency. Time has come, we set a fixed percentage for security sector. Let's say 6% for every constituency or 7%. That will cure the endemic infrastructure challenge facing our ministry. And we know, Waziri, you have been in the political circle. It is very easy for you to put a mechanism with the relevant parliamentary committee on NCDF and parliamentary committee on administration. And our simple mathematics, Waziri, is very appetizing. If, for instance, we dedicate 7%, that is in policy, of the entire CDF, out of the 51 billion as a country we allocate, that would secure your ministry a cool 5 billion in a year. Within a 5-year political cycle, we are talking of 20 billion to the ministry to finance the security sector. Sometimes it's not very wise when we fund a lot, especially for schools. We put a 10 million dormitory and we don't have a police station. So when there is a strike, there is no police to guard the 10 million facility for that school. So we must match funding in education and also funding for our security sector. I can tell you for free, it's not easy, Waziri, unless you have very good chemistry with your MP like myself, where I can go to my MP and we talk him and he has really funded most of our police stations and chief's office. But it does not happen countrywide. Sometimes it's dependent on different is about the operationalization of the new units. As Kericho especially people of Soin Sigowet are very happy to the government. We have gotten the newest, one of the newest sub-counties, bringing services closer to our people. On that, we are very grateful to the government. We also urge for those special areas, especially border locations that have faced ethnic clashes and ethnic upheavals, we strongly recommend for operationalization of such units. And for Kericho, I would be very wrong to conclude my submissions without mentioning Tabaita location. Because Tabaita is the last location bordering 3 counties, Nyamira County, Homa Bay County, and Kisumu County. It also houses Sondu, which we all know is a leading conflict hotspot in the whole region. And that big town is only managed by 1 assistant chief, not even a whole chief, an assistant chief. So we strongly recommend, for purposes of peace, we operationalize Tabaita to ensure our border with Nyanza is safe. Actually, Waziri, the assistant chief Tabaita borders 16 assistant chiefs on the other side. So he has to work to arrange 16 meetings with each sub-chief, which is very, is an overload on that officer. It's a very difficult area. So I know there are also many other areas that need operationalization. And if you do that, Waziri, we will appreciate a lot. Number 5, Waziri, is a subject that has not been raised. And this is about the bedrock of national administration. And that this is the space of the village managers. They are important. That is the bedrock of administration at the local level. We appreciate for the efforts the ministry is doing. I know something is being worked up. But our recommendation, as we look for also money maybe to pay stipends for these critical national government officers, as a ministry we propose, we can think of low-hanging fruits, small things that we can do that matter a lot to these great village managers. Waziri, any baraza today that we attend with these chiefs and ACCs, it will not end without the village manager raising how is our welfare. And they are so sharp. They have weaponized the community. Hata wao wakikosa kusema, wananchi watasema, wapi welfare ya village manager yetu. So I think we can go for low-hanging fruits. And what do I mean by so? Waziri, if we had small things, like a standardized badge, for all our village managers, that would go a long way in motivating them. If we had like aprons, hii kabuti tu, peke yake tu ya 1,000, ambaye ni village manager peke yake, ako na right ya kuvaa, na iko na kirauni, akienda kukata kesi kwa vijiji anavaa hiyo. Those small things go a long way in motivating these great men and women who are the bedrock of the social security infrastructure on the ground, including training. For instance, I want to salute some of our universities, Waziri, who have volunteered to train our village managers. Actually, in Kericho, Waziri, we have even promoted the word. We don't call them village elders the way other parts of the country we refer them to. In Kericho is unique. They are called village managers. They have been given managerial status to manage their villages. And that has really motivated them. I must thank the University of Kabianga, Waziri. The Vice Chancellor of University of Kabianga has designed a special program for village managers, training them on peace and security. And I'm happy the Dean, Faculty of Education is here, Dr. Otieno, as a testament of the good work. And Waziri, the university has even lowered the charges. An ordinary certificate cost 15,000. But for University of Kabianga, they have given us an offer of only 1,000 to train a village manager, including graduation. So we really encourage also other institutions to support. And good enough, Waziri, I also want to urge our members of parliament who are here to also find little resources to support training, especially at the local level. Like my area member of parliament has accepted that 50,000 for the village elders, they will not pay. The CDF, through our Mheshimiwa, has chosen to pay for the entire lot. So if we did that as a standard operating procedure for all constituencies that are along the border, we will really encourage our village managers. Lastly, Waziri, I must thank the ministry for the deliberate career progression path it has embarked on. It is very visible on the ground. The fast tracking of chief promotion, thank you very much. Recently, you promoted over 200 ACCs into DCCs. Thank you very much. We don't take that for granted. Also, the ongoing suitability interviews by PSC, by all senior DCCs, we don't take that for granted. We hugely appreciate. For the officers that the DCIO mentioned, I want to echo, because the DIG is here. Sometimes we have very junior officers who are serving in the remotest of our republic, who may not be visible out there, like the officer he alluded to. He is the face of anti-cattle rustling programs along that border. And through our interventions, now cattle rustlers have no peace. We track them up to their bedrooms. We have been able to return and recover 98% of all stolen livestock along the border. So when officers like Kopronur are recognized, we as the administration, we also appreciate. And that goes also to best performing chiefs, best performing ACCs, and best performing police officers. Thank you very much. God bless you. Karibu tena Kericho.
Thank you, DCC. DCCs, anything else remaining? I know we had talked, and I think he has captured everything. DCCs are very happy. We used to be 8 DCCs. We have got the newly appointed ones, just as he alluded. And I think Waziri should see them, the newly appointed DCCs. Simama tu Waziri akuone. Those who are the newly appointed ones. Yeah, we have got a Kazi. Yeah, he is there. Alikuwa nje lakini amerudi, ameingia ndani. And sir, if you would look into their welfare, I know they are now a bit, wanashangaa wataenda wapi. I know they are anxious. Kila mtu akauke na kama uko na nini usalute. Kiraoni. Yeah, nathukete. Thank you very much. I now want to invite the members of the public, starting with you, the leader, ambaye pia ni kiongozi wa bunge la wananchi. And as he talks, I asked for the other Elkana, PWD awe hapa. Sijui, whoever can see Elkana, amwambie tunamtaka next. From there, we will go to leader of national cohesion, John Maritim. He should also be here.
Thank you. Waziri Kipchumba Murkomen and all the protocols observed. I won't take much time because I can see that we are so tired. I just want to give some few comments about the security issues and also make some requests to our Waziri Murkomen. Number one is the status of birth and death registration. I want to say that Waziri, on this, it's very slow. Waziri, if it's possible, remove your whip and do something on that side. Number two, we have what we call unrestricted payments, omitting the e-citizen payments, thus affecting the youth in accessing vital documents. What does that mean, Waziri? You say that we need to speak frankly here today. This is what I'm saying. Our youth are really facing rough time, especially when getting their birth certificates and even their IDs. Reason being, they are being told, if you want this thing to be fast-tracked, at least utupe kakitu. Kama si tao moja, tao mbili ama tao tatu, ndio upate birth certificate ama iyo ID yako. Waziri, do something on that. Number two, Waziri, we are requesting that you effect the already gazetted divisions, locations, sub-locations to create employment to our young people and also to e-services, service delivery to our young people. And I would like to say whatever the person who spoke before me. I want to talk of one, the Tapaita location in Sondu. It is a very vast area. It's a very large area, and it's being on demand by one sub-chief. My request, Waziri, Inye Iboga, let me use French language in this. Inye Iboga Waziri, agoinge ni legi kikagi tanga sana lagi gagi goseten. Amma so mingo mingine tapke inyigis chero Waziri. Sugo biti toretish. Number 3, I want to request Waziri, if it is possible, we are requesting for adoption of one of the youth to join the county security committee. The reason why I'm requesting that, Waziri, you saw whatever happened during the 25th, the commemoration of the Gen Zs. Part of the towns that we had rioting was here in Kericho County. Reason being, it got some of our security officers when they were not aware that something was going to happen. And I want to tell you, Waziri, if some of us could be in there, in fact, we are in many of these WhatsApp groups, we knew what was going to happen. If we are adopted today in the County Security Committee, I'm very sure we are going to give timely information, and it is going to help our county government and also the national government in getting security details, and especially to deal with the young people. Number 4, Waziri, I want to request you humbly that you consider lowering the age limit for our chiefs and sub-chiefs. The reason why I'm requesting that, Waziri, is that nowadays we have many people who have gone to school and we don't have jobs. And if you lower this age limit for the chiefs and the sub-chiefs, it's going to be competitive, and our young people are going to get jobs inside there. I want to cite one of the ACCs, Rehema Kiteto, coming from Bomet, a very young ACC in the country. And I want to tell you, Waziri, she's doing a very marvelous job. I know also, given a chance, that we give these young people an opportunity, they are going to perform just like Rehema Kiteto does. Number 5, Waziri, is the issue about my proper marketing and involvement of youths in government programs by engaging them, not only in social media, but also here in ground. I want to request you, Waziri. I want to say this. Kenya Kwanza government is doing a very nice job. They are doing very nicely. But the only problem that we have is how information reaches the ground. Whereby, if you saw about the challenge that we had with SHA, we had our parents saying, what is it called? Is it SHA, shift? But if we had our young people getting trained and dispatched to ground so that they could sell the government agenda, I'm very sure we could not be having a big problem on that. Number 6, Waziri, is the issue about partnership between the youth and government in mass registration of IDs. Waziri, this one I'm really requesting humbly that if there is a way, especially here at home, you know, we are talking of we want our president, William Samoei Ruto, to go for 2 terms. And yet many of our young people doesn't have IDs. Waziri, I want to request humbly, with the young people, we are very ready to do mobilization. Can you allow us to do partnership with the government so that we can enroll our young people to take their IDs? And I can tell you, Waziri, we are not going to have a big challenge when it comes to 2027 elections. Number 7, Waziri, is the issue. I want to finish by saying this, Waziri. I want to thank you for doing a good job. Bringing this Chukwala Usalama to Mashinani, I think it's a very prudent idea. And I want to thank you so much because as a matter of fact, I think this is the first time that we are having Waziris, we are having one-on-one conversation with the cabinet secretaries. My humble request and challenge to other CSS to take the government programs seriously and interact with Raya to sell government agenda. Point to note is that, Waziri, I can tell you, there are even some of the CSS, if I point one of the chiefs here, and nimuulize who is the CS of gender, hawezi kuwa wanajua. Reason being, they are asleep, wamelala wako pale Nairobi. They are not doing what is supposed to be done so that they can help the president run the agenda of this country. My humble request, Waziri, kindly ask them to follow your foot.